Hi, my name is Neb Camus Sen Atum Re, and this is the third part of this video of the Black History Month series entitled Nubians, You Are Kosmosans, the Orion Skies, Star People, Anu People. Okay, now the first thing that all Nubians, Negroes, and their offsprings, Nubian, must know is that the Caucasoid did not and still don't produce any data on Negroids. Nothing you read about in the medical field applied to the Negroids. It all pertains to the chemical makeup of the Caucasoids' bodies. Nothing in the mental field of the psychiatrist pertains to the Negroid. The Caucasoid cannot evaluate our mental stability or try to decipher why we do what we do because we don't think or feel the way they do. Nor do the Caucasoid know anything about us spiritually. The Caucasoid try to claim that the only difference between a black man and a white man is the skin color. However, DNA analysis, which is under your black or white skin, determines that the whole structure of the two races are totally different. We are deities, herbivores by nature, who are their mothers and fathers. The Caucasoid were all grafted from us and mixed with other beasts to make their beast-like nature. We, Negroids, all have spiritual levels from 1 to 9, from bacteria as 1 to deity as 9, each trying to overtake the one above, from sickness to war to race to hatred, which are indeed sicknesses. So the Negroids can be reduced from a god to a human, to a man, to a mammal, to an animal, to a beast. This causes murder, rape, incest, and the many different crimes and murders that happens today. But take note that the most murders that happen worldwide and the most rapists, serial killers, and starters of wars are the Caucasoid race of carnivores. Throughout the world, all lived in peace until the Caucasoid either invaded, migrated, or explored their land and spread his venomous diseases. Now, people of the sun people, or star people, are melaninite children, black people bearing the gift of melanin from the Anunnaki in their genes. What people don't understand is that the original image of the Elohim Anunnaki was placed on what is called Homo sapiens. But man had to go through two phases first. Man was first of the genus Homo, who then evolved to the Homo erectus, then to Homo saurus, and finally Homo sapien in the image and likeness of the Anunnaki. This is evident from the amount of corpuscles in the body. First of all, a corpuscle is a negative particle of electricity that can exist by itself. Yes, there are also corpuscles that are unattached cells such as blood, but here we are dealing with the anatomical level. You see, the increase in the atoms caused an increase in the evolution of the beings and their intelligence. Each corpuscle measured or measures 1/1000th the size of an atom of hydrogen, and it vibrates 100,000 miles per second. Okay, let us ponder on this for a moment. Nubian, within your bodies are corpuscles that vibrate 100,000 miles a second and can penetrate the thickness of a block of steel. Inqi, the son of Anu and Ed, produced a higher type of being, a new being, a Nubian, a Nubian. The Caucasians, on the other hand, are lacking this divine gene, whilst in the Caucasus Mountains, situated between the Caspian and the Black Sea, they began to lose the power to reproduce because the mountains in which they lived were bare. The salt in their bodies had reached a dangerous minimum. They were lacking in the full amount of internal melanin, which activates the iodine. Lacking also a hormone called adrenal corticotropic hormone, ACTH, which regulates all of the bodily functions. This interfered with their reproductivity and the mental stability of their offspring. Internal melanin plays an important part in the early stages of human development, embryology. Without melanin, the development of a human being wouldn't be on its natural course. So, they raided the Nubian villages, captured and raped the Nubian women to produce healthy babies. Does that sound familiar? The Caucasoid hate God and the black race because they are no longer a part of the covenant unless they marry into the holy seed, us, or accept the truth and turn to El Elyon, the Most High, and ask for forgiveness for all of their evils. El Elyon, the Most High, will forgive them. However, they try to make us, you, want to be like them, living their evil lifestyle, buy danger, drinking beer all day, driving fast cars, one wife and 2 children, pay them to live in the form of taxes, fight their fights to rule like them, fry your hair, sisters, to look like them, put color contacts in to replace the natural color of your eyes, anything to make you live in their images, the image of the beast. Then they will give you a job, but you must turn on your own and make fun of your own, bleach your hair blonde, hate yourself and kind, then you are okay with them. Worship a pale Euro Jesus, preach that religion, and you are accepted. Back in the olden days, they did not worship in temples, as 2 Kings 10:21-27 says, but up in the mountains, on hilltops of many places spoken about in Deuteronomy 12:2, and even danced and mutilated themselves for these idols, as found in 1 Kings 18:26-28. This is why they are now piercing themselves all over, rings in the eyebrows, through their tongues, their lips, all around their ears, on the nipples of their breasts, their penis, their clitoris. They are performing ancient paganistic Canaanite rituals and have you following them. And now they are putting tattoos all over themselves and you follow them blindly. Animal blood and human sacrifices, eating human brains and flesh, sex with dogs, pigs, and other animals, bestiality, sex with children, orgies, and homosexuality, all forms of perversions, and all are part of their religious rites. Jeremiah 19:5-7, 2 Kings 23:10, Jeremiah 7:30-32, Jeremiah 32:20-35. please read the quotes in the Bible. As we progress into this 25,000 year cycle, not global warming, Caucasians become less emotional. They are regressing back to their true natural state, getting radical and frantic, switching from one thing to another. Therefore, they create these absurd new games like bungee jumping, barefoot skiing, paragliding, extreme skiing and base jumping, nut shots, extreme snowboarding, every and anything harmful just to get a high, anything to raise his adrenaline and stimulate his emotions. We were warned to stay away from them and their rites called religion. All their churches symbolize today is lust. We received warnings in Leviticus 20, in Numbers 25, 1 and 2, in Deuteronomy 23, 17 through 18, in 1 Kings 21, 25 through 26, in 1 Kings 17, 7 through 18, in Jeremiah 2, 1, in Jeremiah 3, 5, in Ezra 8, 5 through 18, and Ezra 16, 23, and in Hosea 4, 16 through 19. Please read the quotes. We were told don't mix our seed, have sexual intercourse with them, don't get the lizard blue, cold blood mixed with the lamb, red, warm blood, don't marry them. Genesis 24, 3 and Genesis 28, 1. Don't worship their Elohim, gods, judges, angels, but that is what we do in our temples, church, and mosque. Today, we are being fooled. The Elohim saw what the Nubian man could become and how he transgressed the commandment in the garden eastward in Eden. Even today, under the hypnotic spell of rap music and the hip-hop culture, the Nubian man has further regressed from being a child of the Neteru to the point of once again becoming Homo erectus, walking around slouched back and wide-legged with knuckles dragging the ground and grunting incoherently. This is the being which man was before combining DNA by setting up the grouping of corpuscles of the Anunnaki gods, creating man in their image and likeness to make Homo sapien. So Yanun says, my people shall be the righteous, called the Mukhlasina. They shall inherit the land forever, where the dead will come to life anew. For I, Michael, called by some Yanan, being the awakener, will lead the resurrection of the mentally dead into the kingdom of eternal life. For I had to descend into the earth called Hades to redeem the souls imprisoned there, being given the last judgment, presiding over all by the leave of Anu Elion Elion El, the Most High himself, being the one who will decide the fate of whose name will enter the scroll of life of all. Okay. Now, there are no qualities in the universes that are not in the human body. An atom is a complete replica of the solar system with electrons encircling a nucleus, just as planets revolve around the sun. The atom is a microcosm, small. And everything that is happening in the microcosms of the human body is also occurring in Tiamat, or the planet Earth, and also in the universe. Individual cosmic creation and destruction are taking place all the time. Instead of identifying with the individual self, which is only a tiny fraction of the universal scheme, one can find his or her identity by merging with the cosmos itself, making him or her a Kosmosan. It is time to awaken from your slumber, Nubian. You are far greater than this evil society is trying to portray you or profile you as. Like the ancient Egyptian, you are the deities, the stars, not men and women. This ends this tape, or this series of 3 videos. We urge you to share these videos. We urge you to subscribe to the only channel where you will learn true ancient Egyptian mysteries. No more lies, no more guesswork, no more professors and lecturers lying, speaking about things that happened before their time. They were not around. Their time only began 6,000 years ago. The Caucasians' time began 6,000 years ago. So how can they speak on things happening before their time? So, once again, share, subscribe, click on the like button below. See you at the next video.